Hi, my name's Steve Walker from Promise Money, and today I'm going to tell you why your credit score is important to you, but I'm also going to tell you why it's not as important as you might think. Now, you're going to see credit scores advertised on the TV, get your credit score, and they're going to give you a number like that. Well, that number's pretty useful, I suppose, for unsecured lenders and high street lenders because it makes their life easy. So their models work on what's your credit score, can we help you or can't you? If you don't hit the number, we can't help you. Or if you don't hit the right number, we might have to offer you a different product. They're very reliant on credit scores. But did you know that masses of lenders, mortgage lenders especially, don't do a credit score at all? That number is totally irrelevant to them. They look at the raw data, and I'm going to show you some of that in a moment. The other thing to bear in mind of is when lenders get really, really busy, what they do is they raise the score. Oh, we don't want any more business coming in right now. So yesterday, a score of 780 was acceptable. Let's raise it to 800 because that means we get less business coming in, then we can cope better, we can catch up because we're really, really busy, and everything we get is going to be at a higher quality. So they move them up and down, which can also cause a little bit of a problem for people. You know, you were okay yesterday, but you're not today. And the other thing to bear in mind is that lenders create their own credit scores. They don't just rely on the credit score that's provided by a credit search company. They bring other factors into the equation, so they create effectively their own credit score. So it's not necessarily quite as important as you think. What is important is the data that's behind it. Now, if you get a credit search that just gives you that, it's not really an awful lot of use. The one you want is one that looks more like this, and this is just one page. That's one item of credit, okay? And that's showing all the repayments over the last 3 years. Now, for every item of credit, you're going to have a page that looks like that. And it's going to have your CCJs or defaults if you have any. It's going to have everything on it. It's going to have how many searches have been done against you. You can see that as well. And these are free. And now the reason these are important, and I'll show you on this page, is this is a search and it shows the searches from 3 different search agencies. They're all supposed to be reporting on the same information, but look at this. This one shows that the loan's in an arrangement. This one shows the loan's in arrangement, and this one doesn't show that at all. So if you've got a lender who's using this type of search, you're okay. But if they're using this type of search, you're not. That's why it's important to use a broker. And I'd really recommend get one of these searches. As I say, they're free. You can cancel them within 30 days, and it costs you nothing. And there's a link. If you go to the information around this video, the Promise Money information, you'll find a link there to get a free search. Really important because that means you know what lenders are going to see. You know this, but more importantly, you know this. And if you've got a broker who's working for you, they can look at this and say, right, okay, we can work with that. For example, let's say you've missed a payment on a mortgage by a week. That could very easily show as an arrear on a search, whereas a broker will say, no, it's just a late payment. That's not a problem. We have lenders who can cope with that. We just have to explain it. And that's where the role of a broker comes in to effectively massage your application and make lenders understand actually what's gone on rather than just relying on an arbitrary number. Okay. So let's just talk about unsecured loans for a moment. So when you apply for an unsecured loan and a mortgage, really, to be fair, at the top of the tree, you've got the lenders who do the credit searches. And they'll do a credit search, they'll look at a number and they'll make a decision. Now that decision could be to give you their best possible rate. But it could be that because the number isn't quite high enough, they might say, well, we're not going to give you our best possible rate. We'll give you the one below or the one below that. We can still help you, but unfortunately, your credit score wasn't quite high enough. And you go, okay, fair enough, I understand. And the reason you need to understand that that's what can happen is that a lot of lenders won't credit score at all. So just by going to that lender, getting the rate that you're offered because of the credit score, there are a load of lenders out there who will say, well, we won't score it at all. We're going to look at this and we're going to take time to understand this. We might not give you an answer in 30 seconds off a computer, but we've got real people who will look at this behind the scene and go, yeah, actually, we're all right with that. We understand that. And you can probably get a better rate than you might if you've just dropped down a little bit on the credit score, on the lender's credit score. So it's really important to have a good credit score because that enables you to get into these tiers of these lenders. But it's not the end of the world if you don't, because there are lenders who will manually underwrite your application. Okay, really, really important to know that. So I guess the key takeaway is here: have a great credit score, Make sure you've got the right credit search, you've got that information available to you so you know not just what your score is and what the information is. Don't necessarily just rely on lenders that do a credit score. And if you get declined by one, certainly don't give up, because there are plenty of specialist lenders dealing with all sorts of scenarios where they'll look at the raw data and make common sense decisions, not the decision of a computer based on a number. So I hope that's been useful. Check out our loan and mortgage guide. The loan and mortgage guide is it's a series of videos, questions and answers, which is going to help guide you through a process to get to you, whether it's a loan or a mortgage or a secured loan, whatever you're looking for, to ask some questions and get you to the products that are going to be most suited to you. You'll find a link to that in the information around this video right now. And the other thing, of course, is please check out the Promise Money YouTube channel. Loads of videos, not necessarily about credit scores, but about other products and ideas that can help you save money, or if you're a property investor, can possibly help you make more money. So check out the Promise Money YouTube channel. Please subscribe and like it. And I hope you found that quick insight useful, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.